Honestly, one day you're not going to have your mum and dad. They've done more for you than anyone will do in your entire life.
Yeah.
Any father-in-law, let me tell you. Whilst Victoria is upset, and every right to be upset, we were there at the wedding.
She didn't grind?
No, nothing of the sort. Their relationship with Brooklyn is and was solid. I remember eating toothpaste thinking that was delicious because there was multiple nights where we never ate.
Congratulations, the show's brilliant. I binged all 6 episodes last night.
Thank you so much.
I know you haven't watched it because you don't like to watch yourself.
No.
No, never?
No, because it's just incredibly nerve-wracking, I think, more. I think when you've done it, lived it, the last thing you want to do is sit there with a box of popcorn and sort of... And so there's the level of embarrassment. And also I got taught early on from an amazing producer, Pat Llewellyn, just focus on your job, let us do ours. So a lot of people are obsessed in the way they come across, how they look, and then I walk, and no, I don't deal with that.
Big birthday, 60 this year.
I just turned 59.
What are you going to do to celebrate? You looking forward to it?
I think we didn't ever celebrate Tana's 40th properly because of the debacle with the family fallout. So we'd like to do a joint party together.
Who's going to play? Who's going to be there?
I mean, she loves Adele.
Right.
And she's a busy lady. I've already told them to ask me to ask Adele. I mean, and...
Well, if Bishopsgate works out...
there you go. And she's amazing, by the way.
Have you genuinely reached out and suggested
No, I saw her in Vegas when she was playing at the Coliseum, and she was a customer of ours in Chelsea, and an incredibly gracious, talented woman, and a real foodie, loves that kind of fine dining side, which is so nice.
And you've teamed up recently with Feed Britain, brilliant charity.
Feed Britain, when they approached us over a year ago, man, it hit home. I had freaking tears in my eyes because I was shocked. Secondly, I was one of those kids. I was in that embarrassing council house line, and we got the taken out of us immensely. To the extent where we stopped eating. We literally avoided those yellow tickets, avoided that line, and then, we starved.
Because you didn't want the embarrassment of...
Just taking an embarrassment, and, at the time then, it was sort of 14, 15, you're starting to understand what girlfriends mean, etc., and you're embarrassed because your parents had a council house. The girl that you liked or fancied came from a posh part of Stratford-on-Avon, and so you didn't want to sit in that line and wait for your shepherd's pie. And secondly, unbeknownst to the school at the time, they served you last, which you think about that today, it's bloody appalling. So 800,000 kids go hungry in those holidays. It is disgusting that we're in that situation, and, it's an embarrassment. It's that the system's dysfunctional. And so when they don't eat and they don't have anything to get them through their day, that's when it starts hitting the fan. And if you start looking at the breakdown of where they go, what they get themselves into, and then they do quick fixes for money, it's all a slippery slope. And so I have that side of my family still there with my little brother, and I made it out of that.
Do you have any contact?
I spoke to him last week, funny enough.
The first time in quite a while.
Yeah, a long time. And, at the end of the call, it was sad because he said, did I hear you ask my bank details? I got no electricity. And so I said, come on, Ronnie, you know damn well, if I knew that was going to electricity, I know full well that's going to go to drugs. And it pains me, it kills me, mate. We've been down this road so many times. Feeding Britain is a big one that we've got a huge team getting behind this, and I think how bad it was back for me as a 15-year-old, and then having to stay out of the house till late, till Mum got back because there was no food in the house. Never stole, never done anything stupid, but just starved. I was a skinny bean, and I remember eating toothpaste thinking that was delicious because there was multiple nights where we never ate.
God.
So 800,000, that's 10 times Wembley Stadium full of kids, and that scares the out of me.
Does it frustrate you, therefore, given that you've struggled with actually putting food in your plate and your family has, when you see things like, people abusing the fat jab, and I've microdosed, so I'm not judging, but does that really annoy you?
That Manjaro sort of side, it's a little bit too much too late. There's a level of obesity in multiple countries across the world, and it's almost become this trendy jab. And so from a restaurateur's point of view, it's a bit of embarrassment because you need discipline when you go out, and You need to sort of share food to make you eat less.
I'm not going to dwell on this, but I can see your beautiful daughter and Adam Peaty staring out from the poster behind me.
Yes.
I think you've addressed this, so I am going to do it really quickly. You said you treated the family like royalty, and we see a clip, I think, of Adam's mum in the engagement party, and everything was fine. They've now hit back fairly predictably and said you were a bully. Do you want to put this to bed once for all? Have you had any contact, and where do you sit on it now?
Yeah, it's a good question. Certainly not a bully. I think when you send personal chauffeur cars up to Nottingham to invite this incredible family down to enjoy their party, by the way, and Holly and Adam were hosting that party. Caroline and Mark, Tana and I were guests, and so appalling to even suggest there was any bullying. That's absolute nonsense. And secondly, opening up our door and welcoming them into the family. At the end of the day, there was a lot of friction going on before all that, and so there was some stuff that they needed to sort it out. And so it was sad to see that barrage of negativity that was self-propelled by them. And I think when you start enjoying that kind of press attention and you revel in it, you're sort of feeding the beast. Adam is an incredible young man. I understand the way he's helped his family out, and so for his family to be that detrimental and derogative about him, knowing what he's done for his family, I know what Adam has done for his parents, and his parents need to be a little bit more respectful about what they've taken from Adam. And Holly and Adam have just started that incredible life together. And so families fall out, right? But don't add fuel to the fire, and just show a little bit of decorum, because it's not about the mum.
Have you spoken to them since they came back?
There was dresses on texts and WhatsApps. Adam and Holly will show you, this is what I've got, this is what I'm going to do. It's like, come on, toe the line. It's their day, it's their special day. I was a hot mess on the day. I'm a bit frustrated with the lack of vision of Adam's parents not supporting them, because we're maturer, we're a lot more well-versed to we've dealt with in our lives, so come on.
You mentioned family earlier. Are you excited, nervous to perhaps become a grandfather?
Grandfather? Jesus Christ. They're still on their honeymoon. Do you know something I do? Is Holly pregnant?
Well, you read it here first.
Let me call Adam.
Let's ask him.
No, I mean, here's the thing. Spending time together is important, and you really need to understand each other properly. Have fun, because when those little rugrats come along...
Well, you're going to look after them, you and Tana. You'll be running around.
There's this little monster and that dude there as well. So I do laugh sometimes when I'm in the park with Jessie. I was taking Oscar to football last Saturday, and I was like, Dad, it's raining. I said, it's great to play football in the rain, come on. It makes a man of you. He said, well, I am a man. I said, I know you are. And then this one's, clambering all over the grass. And lady said to me, oh, it must be so nice to have the grandkids at the weekend. I'm like, are you serious, woman? Grandkids, they're my sons.
David and Victoria, they get repeated shout-outs in the doc. And obviously you're very, very close, and they're going through something relatively similar at the moment. Have you helped one another out and dealing with the fallout behind the scenes?
We're dear friends, and we have been for nearly 2.5 decades. Their relationship with Brooklyn is and was solid, and Tana's seen firsthand just how good of parents they are. And David as a dad is just incredible. Back in the early days when they were going to places like, Legoland, and Tilly would be going with the boys as well, and so the bond is there. It's hard when you enter that age in life and you join with another family. There's a different dynamic going on, and so there was bound to be some form of clash. But the relationship with David and Brooklyn is very, very deep, and I know how much David loves Brooklyn, and I think it's only going to be a matter of time before Brooklyn takes a good look at himself and understands just what they mean for me. And so it's easy to get up on that roller coaster, isn't it, and get carried away. But it will come back, because I know how many times they've pulled him out the I know how many times they've absolutely stood by him through thick and thin. And so David's an amazing dad, and he will absolutely get that back online. Yeah. And time's going to be the best healer.
Have you spoken to Brooklyn or had any contact?
We've messaged a little bit. It's a very difficult situation because...
I mean, he still follows you. He's blocked a lot of people, so you obviously mean a lot to him.
And listen, I love him. His heart is incredible. But it's hard, isn't it, I think, when you're infatuated. You know, love is blind. They say it for that reason. And so, you know, he's desperate to stand on his own 2 feet. He's desperate to forge his own way. And I respect that from Brooklyn. And that's such a good thing to do. But remember where you came from, and honestly, one day you're not going to have your mum and dad. And you need to understand that. And so Tana and I buried the hatchet with her parents. And we sat down and we got them back from France and put them in accommodation and, you know, looked after them, and now they're in aftercare. And so, irrespective of what went on and what they did to Tana and what they did to me, we still have a duty. And I know 24/7, 7 days a week, just how much David loves Brooklyn, and that penny will drop with him.
Yeah. And has Tana been a great support to Victoria? Because obviously they're really close. Have they spoken a lot? Has she helped her out?
Yeah, they're like 2 peas in the pod, Tana and Victoria. Incredibly fantastic mothers, and have put so much energy into their kids. And so they're
Tana
closer.
sort of been a support, and
yeah, they're closer than ever before, because, you know, we've all been away on big holidays, and it's just breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 7 days a week, having the most amazing fun. So we know all those little nuances. So whilst Victoria is upset, and every right to be upset, we were there at the wedding. There was nothing salacious. There was nothing inappropriate. Everyone was having fun, having dance.
she didn't grind.
So no, nothing of the sort. Nothing of the sort. It was fun, and so.
Do you feel really hard? Do you feel bad for her because she became sort of, you know, the victim of all these memes online? I mean, some of them were funny if you look at it objectively, but also, you know, it's hard.
I'll be honest. I haven't seen any of that. The kids and I, and you know, we see each other and we talk about funny things and that. But you know, Victoria's got a great sense of humour.
She's brilliant.
She can back in a heartbeat. I just want Brooklyn just to take.
Did you say that to him when you were texting? Did you say?
Take a moment to yourself, and just remember, you know, you're half mum, half dad, and you're an amazing young man. But boy, they've done more for you than anyone will do in your entire life.
Yeah.
Any father-in-law, let me tell you.